In this video I'm gonna take a cold weather photo walk. It's minus 21 degrees Celsius. Hi guys, my name is Matti Sulanto. I'm a photographer and a Lumix ambassador. And in this video I'm gonna take a cold weather photo walk in minus 21 Celsius degrees. It's the first really cold winter day this year here in Helsinki, and I decided to come out and take this old tiny Lumix camera with me. I'll tell you a bit more about this camera, but let me first take a picture of this piled up snow behind me. It looks kind of interesting. My camera is on the P mode, so I only have to worry about the exposure compensation, and I'm gonna apply 2/3 of a stop positive plus exposure compensation to compensate for the white snow there. My camera today is the Lumix GH6 from 2013. And this is probably the most unlikely camera to take out on a day like this. It's really small and kind of awkward to handle with gloves. It has a small battery, and the power zoom that's on it is helping to drain the battery even faster. And all the knobs and controls are kind of small. But I took this anyway, and I'll tell you a reason for that soon, but first one more picture. So why did I take this particular camera today? Okay, I get a lot of questions from all over, people asking, is it safe to use their camera in sub-zero extreme temperatures like this? And based on my experience, it is safe. I've never had any problems with any of my cameras, even in minus 20 degrees. But of course, if you stay out in a temperature like this for a long time, then it may not be good for a camera like this. But if you take a 2-hour photo walk, you're probably going to be just fine. But if something happens to your camera in sub-zero temperatures, it breaks down or something, don't blame it on me. I'm just speaking from my own experience here. So I thought I'm gonna use this camera today as an example that you can do a cold weather photo walk with almost any camera, even with the Lumix GH6 from GF6 from 2013. You know, the handling on this camera is not nearly as bad as I thought it would be. First of all, when I left home, I disabled the touch screen so I wouldn't accidentally change any of the settings. Not that it's a problem with gloves, but just to make sure. And I'm on P mode and auto ISO, so don't have to control any of the exposure settings. And this little rocker switch around the shutter button, that can be used for the exposure compensation, which I think is great. And the power zoom is easy to control from the switch on the side of the lens. I'm not a big fan of these power zooms, but all in all, I think this camera handles much better than I expected in this kind of weather with gloves. It's really pretty today, but that's one of the paradoxes of the winter. Whenever it's sunny like this, it's always also really cold, like today, minus 21 degrees. If I'm really honest with you, I'm not really enjoying this. It's a bit too cold to my taste, and I already had to change one battery to my GH5S because it's exposed to the cold weather all the time because it's on a tripod. This camera is, this tiny GF6 is still doing pretty well, 2/3 of a battery left, and there are some ice crystals or whatever on the pretty little things down there. I'm gonna take a picture of those. Again, P mode, 2/3 of a stop, exposure compensation plus P mode, and like so. It is undeniably pretty day, but still I struggle to find anything to photograph. And sometimes it is like that when you go and take a photo walk, nothing seems to work for you. And I think this is just one of those days for me. And I guess this turns out to be more like a freeze-proof test for both the photographer and the cameras today, and not so much a real photo walk day when it comes to taking nice pictures. Okay, P mode again, 2/3 of a stop, positive exposure compensation, and let's see if this works. I guess this is it today. I can't function anymore. It's just too cold. My face hurts and my gloves are not up to this task. I need thicker, better gloves for this kind of temperatures. I'm gonna call it a day. Not very many decent pictures today, but anyway, we proved that even the many years old GF6 can't take a freezing photo walk. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.